Welcome in to the rich and regulated business model. For all of you here, you may have signed up and it said the lazy luxury lifestyle. And I actually have a friend in the industry who has a similar, not same, but similar name that she is trademarking. And I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Last year, somebody infringed on my trademark and I never want to be that person. So I immediately changed the name. The concept is the same, but I will not be that person that infringes on someone else's trademark that they've worked so incredibly hard for. So we've changed the name. Let's get into this masterclass. I am Tay. If you are new here, I'm a certified life and business coach. I have been full-time in business since 2016. I'm a mom of two girls. I'm a wife. I'm actually remarried. I like to think I'm an iced coffee connoisseur. I love iced coffee. It is my number one drink. I'm a retired agency owner. I started my first business as a service provider and grew an agency, and we'll get into that later. I'm a retired hustle boss babe. And I used to be the person who hustled my entire life, my entire business, worked really, really hard for little return. And I decided to hang that up to create a different life. Again, we'll get into that later, and then I will teach you how to get into that as well, because most of you here are maybe in that same struggle place. I'm equal parts healthy, organic, all natural, and let's just get pizza for dinner. I love to binge watch TV and reality TV, and I usually am staying up late watching The Rookie and then sleeping in as much as possible, as much as my toddler will allow me. And I loathe men. No, I'm totally kidding. I only loathe the ones that are egocentric. Before we get started, I want all of you here to get off of the social media crack. Put the phone down, close the tabs, stop working. I know how hard it is to literally sit in a class and watch something for an entire hour and do nothing else with your time, but I promise to make it worth your while. And this is your time to be rich and regulated, right? This is your time to close the tabs, silence your phone, give your kids to the partner, to anyone else. Put them for a nap if you can. This is going to be better than a lot of the things you guys pay for. So please take the time to actually be here, to engage, use the chat, ask questions, anything that comes up. Don't be afraid. At this point, no one else can see it but me. So don't be afraid to ask anything. At the end of this class, I'm going to make you an offer that's so good. You're not going to want to miss it. Also, don't be weird, right? Don't be weird that the fact that this is a masterclass and I'm going to sell to you. Don't be weird in the chat. Don't say mean, hateful things. That was also because there's going to be other people seeing your guys' chats, but that's all right. Regardless, don't be weird, okay? Just enjoy this time. Be ready to learn. Get your pen, get your paper, take some notes, and let's get into the juicy stuff, okay? If you stay until the end, I'm going to tell you all about my Breadwinner Energy Academy. This is like the most exciting thing I could ever show you guys. I literally have spent the morning crying happy tears because it's all coming together. And I have had the worst but most fulfilling last year of tearing down my entire multi-six-figure business and rebuilding it from a place of like pure love and joy and how can I change people's lives. And when it comes together, that feeling is like, oh my God, I could cry. Like I'm just so excited. I won't cry here, even though I'm a crier. I won't do it to you guys, but I just am so excited to share this with you guys, and it will change your life the way it's changed mine. I'm also going to give you a special offer for being here live with me. This is only for people who are on live. So if you're watching the recording, don't ask me, don't message me, don't DM me, you're not getting it. It's a free gift for everybody that stayed on the live until the end. You're gonna love it, okay? Also, let's get ready. Tell me in the chat, that's funny. Someone said, don't be weird in the chat. Absolutely relatable. Thanks for the rule. Tell me in the chat, what would your life look like if a year from now you've built a well-oiled machine of a business? You have one, maybe two calls on your calendar weekly, maybe monthly, maybe you have zero calls on your calendar. You have a free space to be creative, to do the things you love, to be in your business the way you want, while also making more money than ever before. And your clients are happier, getting better, faster results than they've ever gotten from you. Your business is simple, but it's sustainable and your income is doubled. Tell me in the chat, how would your life change? How would your life change if you had a clear calendar, a simple business model, it's sustainable and it could grow? So fucking free and amazing. I would feel relaxed. People are saying, yeah, so freeing, right? The shoulder in my knots would disappear. Oh my gosh, I know that. I know that feeling that like your body is just always tense. I totally understand. Yeah, you would feel good, right? It would feel actually so freeing to have a business that works. That was one of the number one things I said is I just want it to work without me having to work so hard. I'm so tired, right? I would feel free and amazing. I could travel and just because I wanted to, right? Imagine the possibilities of the things that you could do, the books you could read, the places you could go, learning a new language, baking, cooking with your kids, more experiences with your family, or just yourself. It's like the possibilities are truly endless, okay? So maybe you're wondering, what the hell is breadwinner energy? Who is this woman? Why do I care? Why should I care about her, right? So I'm going to tell you a bit about my journey. I won't make this long and drawn out, but I think this is really important because this is where a lot of people connect to me and my world versus what other women are doing and teaching. Because let's be honest, a lot of us here are teaching similar concepts of business and strategy and mindset and energy. But the truth is, you want to learn it from someone who actually gets it and understands you, right? So I started again in 2016. I was a virtual assistant first, then I became an OBM, then an agency owner, then a coach. Then I took my coaching and I scaled it, then I burned it down and I rebuilt it. So I've had lots of hard lessons here. Okay, when I started my business in 2016, I had $100 to my name. I had no credit cards because I'd wrecked credit. I had no degree. I was 23 years old and I was 7 months pregnant. And everyone in my life thought, Taylor, you are absolutely clinically insane. Okay. We don't just leave our 9 to 5s at 7 months pregnant with no money, wrecked credit, and degree to start a business. You know nothing about business. I didn't care. I was like, I want to be free. I want to feel free. I want a life for me and my child that I never even imagined was possible. I grew up with my single mom. We lived in a trailer. I was bullied for being poor as a child, and I didn't care. I was like, I just know this is meant for me. And after that, I had started my VA business. I got a couple clients, not enough to really make a full-time income, but I didn't care. I was married to someone in the military, and after years of being under his money, his way, his abuse. He was mentally, physically abusive. He was an alcoholic. I decided to leave and to get a divorce. And I was still a broke mom and a broke single mom, but I didn't care. I was like, I am hell bent to make this life change and work for me. And that's exactly what I did. And I was able to then remarry. I'm now remarried to someone who is like my twin in the most scary way possible and move into coaching right at 2020 when the pandemic hit. Prior to that, my VA agency was for wedding professionals. So the pivot couldn't have been timed better because the wedding profession shut down completely because of COVID, right? That's also the year that my chronic health issues started. And then in 2023, 2024, I had my second baby. My body shut down and I was completely burned out. And now I'm officially in my aligned and healing era. We'll get back to this in just a minute because you're like, I think you're missing pieces here. We'll get back to that. All right, let's talk about what are you guys going to learn today? Today, you're going to learn my 5-step method to building this business and ecosystem for yourself so that you can get your clients big results while getting yourself calendar space and cash. Because at the end of the day, everyone here has built an online business for freedom and freedom with money, freedom with time. And so that's what your business should do. And if it doesn't do that, we've got to fix it. My 5-step method I'm going to teach you guys today. Number 1, rich bitch rituals. This is all about the mindset, the energetics, and the nervous system support to creating a business that doesn't require a lot of you. Because if your body and your brain have been in working more for success, working more for money, that's what it's going to continue to be. And more money and more clients never solve that problem. And they didn't for me, unfortunately. I'm going to teach you the tangible, actual business model that we build, how to create offers that don't require one-to-one, that don't require done for you or more of you in order for your clients to get results, how to stop live launching every single month and move into an evergreen model, a more sustainable business model that can grow and scale while, again, you're living more of your life, and how to automate and simplify your systems, your sales, your business, and build without social media, okay? Today, I'm gonna talk to you guys about the things that I teach my clients to get results. Tell me in the chat if any of these things are you right now. You're trying to fit in, you're trying to do what everyone else is doing, you're online all the time, like 24/7 you're online, it seems like. every day you're like grinding, just trying to keep up, be in all the places, post all the content. You're trying to absorb all the information and all the strategies and posting every day and hoping that people buy. Maybe you're capped with one-to-one work. Maybe you're on endless sales calls. You have lots of done for you work or projects. Or in your offers, you're adding so much of you in order for your clients to get results. So maybe you have like 17 different offers, 44 different options for people. You're like, here's the whole menu. Just take anything. I'm willing to just give it all to you, right? Maybe you have like 34 payment plans and you're like overwhelmed with your own business or overwhelming your clients with the amount of options that you have available. Maybe your tech is complicated. Maybe it's scattered across 50 logins and 10 different tools and 100 platforms. Nothing is actually streamlined. So your business is just a ticking time bomb where at some point you're just going to burn out and it's not going to work anymore. Maybe you feel exhausted or drained, or maybe you're like, I just don't even know what to do. Like, I'm just like posting and praying. Like, I don't really have a strategy. I don't have a system. Tell me in the chat if that's you. Someone's already saying like, yes, so exhausting, so frustrating. This is totally me. Yeah. Tell me in the chat, is this you? That you know that your business could not scale right now the way it is. It couldn't scale. It couldn't take more people, right? Hit it on the nail, posting and praying. Yeah. And a lot of people, what I see, they come into my world, they're either doing all the things in all the places or they're like doing nothing because they're like, I simply just don't know. Like I'm not sure what to do. The things I'm doing don't really feel good, but I'm supposed to do them because someone told me post reels every day and be on social media every day. And I'm not going to tell you that. Don't worry. I will never tell anyone that. I will tell you though what does work and what doesn't. Okay. This was finally my burnout moment because this was me. I was a multi-six-figure business owner, actually. I had had my highest ever cash launch, made 6 figures in 8 weeks. The version of me that made 6-figure years never thought that 6 figures in 6 weeks is technically that was even possible, right? And I hated my entire business. Everything was hard. Everything felt scattered. I even had a small team, but everything just felt like it always required me. Clients needed me all the time. My business needed me all the time. I was stressed and I was burnt out. I was postpartum with my second child. I was 30 pounds overweight. My hormones were wrecked. I was depressed. I had brain fog and everything in my life felt hard. I think I cried more tears that year than ever before. I finally hit my breaking point and I burned down my entire business. I got rid of my offers, all my tech. I got rid of my entire team. I just wiped it clean. I was like, if it is not easy and simple and scalable, it doesn't light me up, it doesn't allow me to do the things that I want to do and that I'm naturally good at, I don't want to do it anymore. So I burned it down. And for a lot of you listening, you're probably like, why the hell would you burn down a 6-figure business? And the truth is, more money will not solve your problems. And we've probably all heard, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. But I will tell you right now that if you built a business or you're building a business for freedom and your business is not giving you freedom, something has to change, right? Something has to change. And I wasn't willing to continue to let my health, right, be ruined by my business, my mental health, my physical health. And I was in such chronic pain. I went to hospital after hospital and doctor after doctor searching for why am I in chronic pain like this all the time? And their answer was always anxiety and stress. I hired a naturopathic doctor. I paid $5,000 for this, every lab you could imagine. It's stress, it's anxiety. I wanted to scream. Sure enough, once I finally let go of, I'm just letting go of the things and the people and the places that just, I can't do it anymore. And I was able to start healing my mind and my body and having a business that supported me. I lost 30 pounds in less than 2 months without diet, without exercise, by simply creating a life that supported my nervous system. And I was like, I cannot believe that I've done this to myself, right? It's not worth it. Tell me in the chat if you still believe that hard work, more work, working more equals success. You've been told this, or you're even still doing it, even if you know that like, technically I know this isn't true, but you're still doing it. Maybe you think you have to suffer in order to have success. Maybe you're still identifying with being broke, being the victim. And sometimes we like even know it and we're like, I don't want to be this person, but I still am. Tell me in the chat if that's you. Tell me in the Q&A. If you guys just came in, the chat's disabled. So the Q&A box is what you're going to use to write to me. I can see everyone's chat. You just can't see each other's. Unfortunately, we had a little tech mishap. but put it in the Q&A box. Do you think that money and success comes from doing more and working more? Is that where you're still wired? Yeah, people are saying, yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah. Or you have to work hard because that's like this badge of honor. Because I used to be the person that was like, these women who are just in the bathtub all day and they never work and they're claiming they make all this money. It's such a scam. And I still don't run my business that way, right? There's work that has to be done. There's strategy that has to be done. But it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to wear it as a badge of honor. You don't have to suffer to create success, right? And that leads me to module 1, okay? Rich bitch rituals. This is what led me to this space. This is the foundation of every single thing that you do in your business moving forward. It's the mindset, it's nervous system regulation, because if you've never grown up with money or ease or peace, then building a business that gives you that is going to trigger your nervous system. It's going to trigger all of the shit in your mind that hasn't been dug up. And so while people want to say like, yeah, mindset matters, nervous system regulation matters, right? Your body will know and your body will hold on to things of the past. So if we don't actually actively work on this, putting in any strategy is not going to go anywhere. If you're dysregulated and you're running your entire business out of fear and people pleasing and overworking, and I give you the best strategy there is, you're either not going to do it at all, or when you do it, you're gonna be like, it didn't work for me, or you're gonna do it out of fear, right? So we have to get you to a place where you are regulated, rich and regulated, to make better business decisions. If your body isn't regulated, your business is always going to feel like chaos. Your life is always going to feel like chaos. You're going to be making decisions out of fear, out of scarcity, out of urgency, and not from a place of this is what's best for the business and this is what's best for me, even if other people don't like it, right? Maybe you're undercharging, over delivering, your calendar's got you ran ragged. Every time somebody asks for something, you say yes. They want a sales call, sure, I'll do it. They want you in the DMs, sure, I'll do it. They want an extra this, sure, I'll do it, right? You're constantly chasing the next thing, the next client, the next sale, and nothing ever feels like it's enough. Yeah? A lot of the mistakes and myths that I see my clients making are they attract high maintenance, needy clients because they're too available. So they're always attracting people that want more. They're attracting people that are in victim mode, victim mentality. Even my clients sometimes are in victim mentality. And these are some of the most like incredible women, right? They're so self-aware, but they're still running their business out of victim mentality because of this nervous system support, right? Your whole identity maybe is wrapped up in being the helper or the fixer or the people pleaser or someone who just like does it all for everybody. You're building your business from panic and urgency and anxiety instead of vision. Strategy, what is best for the business? What's the business decision? So the result, you burn out. You attract clients that are unempowered and don't get results. You feel like your business is running you. You feel worse maybe than you even felt at a 9 to 5. Your clients don't get results. You feel defeated. You don't take time off. When you do take time off, all you do is think about work. Everything feels like it's not working, even though all you're doing is working. And then you resent everything you've done. Who here is like, yep, that's me. And it's okay to admit that because I had to finally have that come to Jesus with myself of like, the only person that's going to change this for me is me, right? And yeah, someone saying, yeah, stuck in victim mentality. It sucks to say that, especially when you're so self-aware, but that is the step to changing it. So what do? Inside Breadwinner Energy Academy, which is the program I told you guys about in the beginning, we have an entire module dedicated to rewiring your mindset, your nervous system, how you see clients, how you talk to clients, how you rewire your entire body and your business for ease, for flow, for success. We talk about subconscious reprogramming because again, it's deeper than the things you believe on a conscious level. You also have access to regulated and empowered community of high standard women, right? So there's other women going through this who are there to support you. I had one of my clients say that what she used to do in 40 hours a week, she's now able to do in 5 to 10 hours. She took 6 months off and still made 50K because she has 4 children and she was having her 4th child during that point. Someone else is like, this is maybe the most I've ever done in 2 weeks. Because when we clear this stuff out, it opens up the door for like making better decisions, making faster decisions, and being able to move forward on the things that matter and really getting rid of the things that don't. Which then brings me to the strategy. Simplifying your business model. Inside this program, we simplify every single thing you're doing because if you don't have clarity, you can't have ease. If you don't have clarity and ease, you're not making cash, or if you are making cash, it's spread thin. It's like, I don't really know where clients are coming from. I don't know why somebody bought from me. It's like, if I made a sale, it was literally hopes and dreams at this point, right? So we simplify everything down to one. You have one luxury client, and I teach you what that is, and it's not the people that have money. And we have one signature mid-ticket offer. Now, your mid-ticket offer is a course or a program. We teach you how to build it, very in-depth way of building this program because it builds the rest of your business. And everything you do, your funnels, your emails, your content, your marketing, your lead gen, is all centered around this one signature mid-ticket offer. So we're going to help you build it. We're going to help you price it. We're going to help you create it, the tech, all the things. And it's typically 5K or under because that's what we consider to be mid-ticket. So it could be 1K to 5K. And then we help you create a one clear passive sales method to get people to this offer. And it doesn't include ads. Everything is organic. So why is this important? It's important because your entire business is then built around this. So you have clarity, you have ease, and you make more money because you always know what you're doing, who you're talking to, where you're showing up, and what you're selling at all times. Okay. What are the big mistakes though that I'm seeing people make? You're selling way too many offers to too many people at too many price points. I want you guys to put in the chat who here is doing any of the things I'm talking about right now. So you're constantly recreating the wheel over and over. You're like, I'm going to post this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to sell this, and I'm going to launch this, and I'm going to do this freebie, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be in this Facebook group, and I'm going to do all these things. And maybe one day it'll pay off. And you're always in building mode. You don't actually have funnels or systems. You don't have a clear journey. You don't have simplicity, or you're afraid to niche down, or you're afraid to let go of old offers or old clients or old methods or old ways of being. Your entire business feels complicated. Put it in the Q&A box. If you think your business feels complicated, put it in the Q&A. Yeah, that's me. Yes, that's me. Yes. This was me even at multi six figures with a team. Everything was complicated. Nothing was simple. Everything was all over the place. I was like, what is wrong with me? When I finally got myself out of that victim mentality and I looked at this from like a business lens, I was like, what is actually wrong with me? No wonder I'm burnt out. This is exhausting, right? So then your audience becomes confused and you're confused. And if you're confused, they're confused and you're exhausted. You can't scale because everything depends on you and everything's all over the place. You can't hire because nobody could walk into this mess. And then you're always launching something, but you're never growing. Yeah, I know I need new clients, but I'm so overwhelmed. Here's what I will tell you guys. When I burnt down my multi six figure business, I lost more than half of my following. And I also scrubbed my email list and removed half of my email list. Okay. Then when I went to rebuild within less than 3 months, I made all of those email subscribers back. Okay. So even though it feels really scary in the moment to be like, I'm going to get rid of all these things and burn all these things down, and I feel really naked and exposed, it's better to do it now and nip it as soon as you know this isn't working versus to wait it out. And you're like, more clients and more money. Hopefully we even get there, or more burnout. And now I have to do it anyway. Right. So how do we help you inside of Breadwinner Energy Academy? We map out your entire business plan from step one. We go deep of like, what is the actual business model you want to have? What is the life you want to have? How are we creating something around this vision that's actually tangible and easy, right? How do you build one signature offer? We give you the actual ecosystem to plug in. We give you something called Soul Aligned Offer Lab, and I help you create offers that are soul aligned. I help you identify your luxury client, not the people that are like, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, none of that. You're calling in luxury clients. Again, a luxury client is not someone who just has money. We teach this in the program. We teach you about pricing, how to break down your pricing, how to sell better, how to simplify how you serve. And we also teach you how to live launch, rinse and repeat those live launches 2 to 3 times a year, if that, and everything else is in an evergreen model. So it's selling while you're living your life. One of my clients said, today I have a 6-figure business that now allows me to take summers off and be with my daughters. If you're really ready to do the work and build a business that you're excited to work in, do not hesitate to join for a second. It's hands down been the best investment I've made for my business and myself. One of my clients said, I completely pivoted 5 months ago. With a pivot comes challenges and the beginning again phase, right? We just talked about that, and the imposter syndrome. And I thought I had conquered all of those things had resurfaced. She helped me create a new signature offer in my new niche, and I feel incredibly confident in my ability to deliver on it. She was also able to bring in 70 new leads and 4 paying clients just from repivoting in that new direction, right? Because when you repivot, you get really motivated, inspired, and you feel really good. Also, number three, we help you structure your scalable business. The biggest thing I see people do that is a big mistake, and I did it, is wait until they're at a certain level, certain amount of clients, certain amount of income before they decide, oh, now I'm going to treat my business like a business. Now I'm going to forward cast what to do. Now I'm going to make it scalable. No, we need to build it right the first time. Okay. Because you can't grow a rich, rested, and regulated business model if you don't even know what season of life you're in. Needed to hear my own testimonial to remember how much I've accomplished. Yes. This is where we design your entire year around your energy, your goals, your life. Because the truth is, I'm a mom and I have two kids at home. One is in private school online and the other is a toddler. So I'm full-time mom mode. So many coaches and programs out here don't work for me because I'm a mom and it needs to work for my life. I also have the chronic things and pain I've been dealing with. My business model has to work for my chronic pain. I'm also neurodivergent, so it has to work for that too, right? So we help you build a business around whatever that is for you. If you have high energy in the mornings, that's what we're going to build it around. High energy in the evenings, that's what we're going to build it around. If you only have help with the kids on nights or weekends, because that's what your partner can give, we can build it around that too, right? We map out every single thing in your business: time off, sabbaticals, live launches, evergreen windows, rest seasons, content. You're never going to wing your business again after this. This is where you step into actual consistency with your business, with rest, and your business actually feels like a simple system that can keep going and it's not built on survival mode, right? Because being in survival mode sucks and you actually don't know. You're like, I'm always building. I asked my mastermind here recently, out how many years have you been in business? And everyone's had like 5 to 10 years. And I was like, and how many of those years have you been building new offers, building new funnels, building new things? And how many of those years have you been in maintenance mode where you're growing and scaling the things you've built? Every single one of them was like, I'm always in building mode. No, we don't do that. You need to build it so that you can grow and scale it, so that you can give yourself that time and that space to be rich, to be relaxed, that we talked about at the beginning of the chat. Is like, what would your life look like with actual calendar space and the money you want and your clients are getting results, right? We help you with your first ever live launch, how to live launch correctly. We give it to you step by step with templates, and then how to rinse and repeat it, and then how to turn it into evergreen so you can make sales and get leads while you're offline. Okay. Most of my entrepreneurs, like I said, are stuck in permanent building mode and always launching and always tweaking and always adding more. This was me. You don't have your whole year mapped out. You're just like vibes and pressure, just vibes and pressure. That's all I got. Oh, I can't wait to be out of building mode. I'm so close. It's such a good feeling, right? So who here is building their business? You're always in building mode. You're always going. You're always creating. And you're just like vibes and pressure. That's all I've got. Wait till the last minute. And then I'm just vibing, posting and praying, hoping. There's no strategy, right? You have zero idea when you're supposed to be selling, when you're supposed to be resting, when you're supposed to be creating, when you're supposed to be in CEO mode, because you're doing all the things all the time. I need you guys, every single person here, to tell me in the chat if this is you. I already know it's some of you because some of you are my clients. Put it in the Q&A if this is you. You try to be on all year, and so you end up resenting and hating your business by Q2. So and then late Q2, early Q3, you're like, okay, I'll pick it back up. And then you're like, okay, it's summer. And then you blame the holidays and it's Q4. And then you're like, I'll do it next year. Next year will be better. And then next year you do the same shit because you're not actually planning for capacity, for your actual life, for chronic health, for travel, for kids. You're not doing any of that. It's just the same thing every year. The new year, I'm so excited. Then it kind of fades. Then it's summer. The kids are back to school. I'll pick it back up. Now it's the holidays. Now it's next year. Who here does that? Yeah, zero strategy. I totally get it. Some of you I know for sure do it. Some of you in my mastermind do it. Like, what are you ladies doing? Yeah. Anyone else feeling that way? Yeah. You always feel like you're behind. You're always busy, but nothing's really moving in the way you want it to. You take time off and you lose momentum, so then you don't take time off. You don't trust your own revenue because you haven't really built monthly recurring revenue. You don't really ever hit your goals and you always feel exhausted. Yeah? So inside Breadwinner Energy Academy, we have an entire module on structuring your entire year, your launches, your trips, your creations, We also give you templates for planning. We give you how to be in building mode versus maintenance mode and the exact steps to what to do in your business, when to do it, how to do it in every single way so that you always know how to plan your years, how to actually hit your goals, and to take time off. And when I say taking time off, I don't just mean the weekend. I don't just mean taking time off, but really you're still thinking about business and worried and stressed. I'm not talking about taking time off because you have a full team and multi six figures either. Okay. You don't earn rich and regulated. You don't earn time off. You create it because you create a business that gives that to you. Yeah. Someone said, I can't say enough about Academy. As you can tell from my novel of a testimonial, I came in so unsure of myself. How could I move past a few $1,000s every month? And over these 8 months, I've grown so much in confidence, my courage to make decisions and put myself out there for the business and my pricing and services I offer my clients and the experience I deliver to them. I am booked through September as a copywriter, speaking inside mastermind groups and summits and podcasts every week and on track to hit six figures. I still make mistakes all the time. Nothing is perfect. I still get stuck in overworking myself sometimes and saying yes to too much, but I feel like I'm finding my groove and that I'm supported in every way. She was also the client that was able to take summers off after this year. So after this cycle she went through. Yeah. Number 4, rich and regulated delivery. Every single person here is about to croak, and that's okay. This is how we get your clients to win while you're offline. This is how we get our clients results while you're not working. Now, I want to be clear, okay? There are a million ways to build offers and programs and courses, and we break that down for you. And there's also really ethically great ways to build a program that gets your clients results even when you're offline. But this is the thing we don't do. We don't pretend that we're going to show up for people or that it's going to be us that's coaching and then ghost people once they buy. There's a big difference. I want to make that very clear. When you join my programs, you actually get me. We don't have co-coaches. It's literally me that you're getting, but I still take time offline and I still live my life. Okay. I have boundaries. So there's a big difference. That's the caveat. So we help you build a business that gets your clients results without you being on Zoom, hand-holding one-to-ones or done for you. This is really important because this means you have a strong process and curriculum and people will actually take you serious as a coach because you have a process that gets results. It's not just vibes and Q&A and show up and then let's just talk about it. It's a literal process you walk people through. Okay. So if you're not teaching them, if you're not teaching clients to be self-led or to get their own wins without you, God forbid you get sick or something happens or you have a baby, you're going to be screwed, right? So biggest mistakes I see is believing that high touch and more of you equals more value. It's not true. People want results, right? Or assuming that more calls and more Voxer and more support and more one-to-one gets people better results. Also not true, right? So you think you always need to be available to your clients and designing your offer around what you think people want from you versus what you know is the best way and the most effective way to get people results. When you attract victims into your audience, what do they want? Accountability. Why do they want accountability? Because it's really easy to say, if I just had the accountability, I would get results. And when they don't get results, they blame you. They have someone else to blame. So we bring in high-level self-led clients who actually value getting results. And then we give them something that can get them results instead of codependent relationships. That's not being a coach. That's not being a leader and in service. So what happens is you attract clients that don't take responsibility. So then they don't get results. You end up resenting your offers and your clients. You never feel like you're done working because even when you're done, you're still online, right? So what do? We help you design an offer and trainings that allow your clients to get results without you. We help you build curriculums that actually deliver results. We give you the templates, the structure, every single thing, every single piece you need of like, this is how to price it. This is how to build it. This is the tech to use. This is how to structure it. This is how to record it. We give you everything. My clients are saying 40 people bought in 3 months. Made $750 today outside of my retainer work. Absolutely love Tay's energy and wisdom. All right, we're at our last module, okay? The last module, my favorite, marketing, content, sales, making money, right? How do we make money? So we help you do marketing that actually sells and doesn't just get likes. We help you also create new streams of income and leads without social media. This is a fan favorite, of course, because everyone's like, I want social media optional business model. So we teach you what are all the ways you can bring in more money and more leads and more clients and more sales that doesn't just require posting, right? I want to know in the chat here, does anyone here, does everyone here have a lead generation strategy? You're like, this is my funnel. This brings me leads. This is how I convert those leads. This is how I make sales. It's a process. It's simple. It's clear. It's to the point. Or do you guys just post online and hope people buy from you? Tell me in the Q&A. Do you actually have a process of lead generation versus just content posting and praying? Because if you don't, we have to have one. That's the biggest thing, right? So if we're trying to be everywhere all the time to stay relevant, but then also hating social media, and you're hating social media because you don't actually know how to use social media and you don't know how to create content. So then you just have ChatGPT write all of your content. And then no one wants to buy from you because they can tell it's ChatGPT that's writing your content. So they think, well, they're not creative. They don't have a system or a process, right? Who's doing that? So you don't have lead gen. You're just hoping shit happens in your business. That's your strategy, like hoping shit happens. The worst strategy to have. This is my biggest issue, hoping content attracts clients. Yeah, so content is a great way to nurture people. Yes, content can get leads, but content is not the only way, and it shouldn't be the only way to drive leads and traffic to your business, because then you're playing the lottery. And I don't know about you, but I like consistency. I'm a Taurus. I like stability. I like to know the plan. How are we doing it? How is it working? I cannot just roll my whole business off hopes and hoping it works and hoping, that people like what I'm doing and that content is enough. If you see my social media, if you saw my social media, you would think, well, she only has 7,000 followers and she doesn't get a lot of comments, so she must not be successful. And the truth is 99% of my business and leads are built outside of social media. Almost all of my sales and leads and clients come from bundles, summits, collaborations, and the list of ways that I'm going to give you that don't include social media. Do I use social media? Yes, because I like it. I like to connect with people. And I like to create content because when I have space in my business to create content, it's actually fun. And when I know who I'm talking to and what I'm saying and what I'm selling, it's fun. But I don't just rely on the algorithm to pay my bills. No, ma'am. No way. Literally just broke up with ChatGPT. I've had multiple clients say this since working with me. Yes. Feel like a fish out of water, even though it's 4 years of doing it. I'm telling you right now, this will change everything for you, because this will be where people actually see the real you, not the robotic you, right? Okay. So if this is what you're doing, what is the result? You get no sales, you feel invisible, even though you're always showing up and posting. You're burnt out from social media, you're burnt out from content. You don't have a marketing plan, you don't have a leads plan. So we fix all of it. We give you a plug and play entire content map for 90 days of content, how to always know what to say, always know where to show up and get leads in your business. We give you a messaging training to talk to those luxury clients. We show you how to batch your content, how to repurpose your content, and how to show up like an authority so that you can get 100 leads in your business every month without ads and without social media, okay? My clients are saying, January was my highest month, made 15K. And the best part is I'm set up to make a minimum of 11K every single month. This client's had her first 10K. This one said my first client paying me 4 figures a month. One said that I secured 40K for the next quarter. Yeah? What happens when we put this entire business model together? You have a rich, regulated, rested digital business that runs without more of you. Consistent mid-ticket sales from one signature offer and then one method of passive courses. Your clients get better, faster results while you're living your life. You have a clean calendar, a simple business, a simple funnel like we talked about. You're in your rich, rested, healed era of open calendar space, clients winning on repeat, and more cash than ever before. But the truth is, you cannot piece everything I gave you today from social media and YouTube videos. Most of you won't even do it if you tried, because you will get overwhelmed with like, what are the things? What do I say? How do I say it? Which is why I created a program and put it all together. What happens when you create this lifestyle for yourself is, of course, the best part of it all, because we want to live the lifestyle. All of us here want time, money, and freedom, but we actually want that because it's going to give us the experiences that we deeply want to change our life, our kids' lives, our families' lives, and have a life we never thought was possible, right? So Maybe this means you take the last week of the month off. This is my current business model. Every month, the last week of the month, 0 calls. Starting this summer, I've got 2 weeks off, no calls. 2 weeks call free in my calendar, right? Sitting at your kids' soccer games is my favorite. Going to my daughter's soccer games. I like to play a game. Like, how many sales can I make during this one soccer game? And you're making sales. You're getting painful clients. Your clients are actually getting results and testimonials while you're not hand-holding them because your curriculum is a literal process. It's good. People like it, right? You're only hosting maybe one live launch every 3 to 6 months. The rest of your business is simple and clean and on autopilot. You actually trust your business to get you through life when life decides to life. Yeah? A lot of you might be saying, I don't have time right now. You don't have time? Perfect. This is the literal program for you to make time. That's what it does, right? Tech overwhelms me. You guys, if you were in here in this call in the beginning, I was having major tech issues. That's why we're in the Q&A. The chat's not working, right? Tech overwhelms me too. This is why I created something simple. So I'm like, it can't be hard. I've already tried before. Perfect. That means you're not a newbie. You're done settling for bullshit programs and shit that doesn't work, and you are ready to change your life. Breadwinner Energy Academy is the all-in-one. It's a step-by-step plug-and-play strategy. It's built for coaches, course creators, service providers, moms, chronic illness baddies, burnt out CEO, boss babes, and women who want a life to be rich, regulated. You want calendar space, you want cash, and you want your clients to actually get results, right? What is included in this program? Number one is the curriculum, and I'm about to give you guys a sneak peek of the curriculum. Yeah, Emma, you're raising your hand. Is everything okay? Can you guys hear me? How can I implement this strategy as a live service provider? I don't have recorded content or teachings. I don't want to teach others how to do what I do. I want to do what I do. Perfect. So this is what we do. We help you create a curriculum, like a process, right? We help you decide what that is, who it's for, how to get said results. You don't have to teach people to do what you do in order to make this work. You can literally teach anything. So we teach you how to decide your niche, how to re-niche, how to decide a different niche, how to decide who you want to work with, the type of offer you want to have. Could be a course, could be a program, could be a hybrid model. It could be passive offers. We teach you both. And then you decide how it's delivered, and we teach you how to decide like how to put it together. So is it a portal? Is it a podcast? Is it like, what is the tech behind it and how you deliver it? We go through all of that, okay? So we give you the entire curriculum. I'm about to give you guys a sneak peek behind the scenes because it's so good. 2 monthly coaching calls with me, open Q&A, private Slack community, or sorry, that actually changed because now we're in school. We'll show you that, the private community chat, and you get member-only discounts, you get additional trainings, and you can become an affiliate. When you're an affiliate, you share the program, you make 30% cash on every sale you make. So if you come into Academy and you're like, I love this, I'm going to go tell everybody about it, they join, boom, you just made $666 just because you told people that you love the program, right? Okay, how much does it cost? Because everyone wants to know and I don't hide it. One-time payment for the entire year is $2,222 or 12 monthly payments of $222. If you need additional payments on the checkout, there's Klarna. If you get approved, it will tell you your own custom payment plan, okay? And of course, bonuses. If you join in the next 24 hours, meaning tomorrow at this time, you get a one-to-one audit from me. So you'll come in, you'll do some of the curriculum because of course you need to know what to do. And you'll send it to me and I will audit it and send back a Loom video of all the things that I think you should do differently before you jump into the rest of the process so that you have your business model, chef's kiss, ready to go, ready to scale. Now, mind you, I am moving away and doing 0 one-to-one work. So this is huge because there won't be any of this ever again. And then you will also get me teaching the program, the entire program, live for 8 weeks between June and July. I will also never do this again. So this is like a one-time, you get a one-to-one audit from me and you get me teaching the entire thing live as well, okay? So if you join in 24 hours, you get both. If you wait and you don't join in those 24 hours, you're like, I need a little more time, that's okay. As long as you join by June 3rd, you still get the 8 weeks live, okay? what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you behind the scenes. If you're a client, this was just sent to you. The school portal was just sent to you, and then I will give you guys your free gift and we can do Q&A. So if you guys have questions, put them in the chat because I will answer them after this, okay? Let's see, who's ready? Oh, so excited. Okay, so when you join, this is your portal. This is the community. Now, mind you, I just told you all of my clients just got invited to this right before I came into this call. So a lot of them, only 4 of them have joined. So this is the community. This is where you can talk to your friends, your community members, get to know each other. And if you get a VIP one-to-one audit, you would get that in there. Now, are you guys ready for the best? The classroom, okay? This is your portal. This is where I have every single course module broken down. And again, because I'm teaching this live, there's pieces in here that have not been placed in here yet because it's being done right now, okay? But when you open it, I have it mapped out. And it's going to be mapped out in a couple ways. So if you like to read, it's perfect for you because I literally broke down every single piece of our process into reading. If you like downloads, I created downloads and protocols and templates. And if you like listening or watching, I've created videos. So it's for every learning type available. And some of the videos will be chopped up into small, like 3, 5, 7, 12 minutes. Because if you're neurodivergent like me, you're like, I'm not sitting through an hour. No, ma'am. And that's me. So I've got videos chopped up so that it's just like the snippet that you need. It's all in writing, it's all in downloads, and it's everything you need. And then you have your calendar, so you know when our calls are, what time, what day. You can meet the other members, and then we have leaderboards for all of our members, okay? So I'm going to drop the link in the chat. This is for the program. This is the page. You click, I need this now. It takes you to the checkout. You decide if you're going to pay in full or if you're going to do monthly payments. And then you pay, and that is it. And you're in, and you get instant access into our world. You get to join me live for 8 weeks. You get to meet your friends and the other members, and I'm excited.